Great. Okay. So, hi, Miche, Cosmic Alignment Tribe. I was thinking to just take a few minutes and ask each of us to kind of share what it is we do on a regular basis, not necessarily on a daily basis, to sort of keep ourselves connected, to keep ourselves clear, chill, or what it is that we think would be good to do and we're not doing. Like, for example, I think it would be great if I meditated every day, and I don't, right? I'm getting to like 2 or 3 times a week. Of course, I teach it or lead it twice a week. So one time I'm actually meditating, the other time I'm busy leading it. So I'm not really meditating, but I'm doing something. And it has come to my own attention that perhaps doing some kind of energetic clearing every night and every morning when I get up would be a useful thing, because somehow by the time I'm awake in the morning, I feel already bombarded with stuff, right? My own stuff, but even I think more out there stuff. So I think just even like kind of a, kind of thing would be helpful. So I share that with you because maybe it would be helpful for some of you. And bring it up because we all have our different ways that we do or don't do and wish we would do, or heard once but never tried, but sounded good. So what do you got?
I'll go. Okay, so I've been every morning when I get up early, sometimes I get to see the sunrise, sometimes not. I sit outside and sit quietly with a cup of coffee and kind of just tune in. And I think that helps me. I guess it's a different form of meditation, but without my phone or anything like that, just kind of enjoying the birds and the singing and the sun coming up and just sitting quietly sometimes outside with my eyes closed or open. That always helps. I have mentioned a few times to myself that I should journal, but I just don't. Just don't do it.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Thanks. Good energetic jump start there.
That's the I should part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
It's because everybody else says that, and they do it and it helps, but I just am not connected to it, I guess.
Well, all different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it is really powerful if you start.
I think I've learned to discover that my journal is actually my posts that I put up to the public. I don't know why I share them, but
yeah. And it's just helpful for all of us to replace those shoulds with I could.
That's good. Thank you.
Right.
Totally.
I could, but I don't want to. I could, but I'm not gonna. Or I could just
maybe tomorrow. Who knows?
So I guess I'll go next. Interesting question. I'd say typically I do an alignment meditation, just a short one, maybe like 10 minutes in bed before I get out of bed in the morning. And then I will go sit on our front porch in the warmer months of where I live and sit with my husband and have a cup of tea. And I have channeled energy, channeled the diamond ray into my tea. So I'm having this high vibration tea, and all the water I drink all day long as well. And I'll pop on, I'll do Qigong in the morning, but just, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's it. And I'll pop on my PEMF mat, which I totally love. And I talked to Miche about it because it sends pulsed frequencies through your body. And it's like unbelievable, but like that's a whole other story. Like you feel so fantastic. So then I'm good, right? Like I'm totally good. What can I do more of? Well, I've started one of Linda Howe's How to Read the Akashic Records, and I've gone in and read it before, and I really could practice it more, and I could sit and channel a little bit more for my book. I could. And,
She's using the could.
I could. And yet, you know, the day's pretty full. I don't kind of beat myself up. And sometimes it's just nice to, you know, sit there and like watch TV or do,
Right.
you know, anything that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think in most cases, I'm pretty good. I
Awesome.
tend to look after myself energetically. Yeah.
Good. There is a right way and a wrong way to use that could tool.
Yeah.
Keep on your tone.
I could.
Thanks. That's great. Lynn, you got anything you want to share?
Yep. What I do is create. I'll come in, I'll paint, I'll draw, I'll look at YouTube for ideas. I'll, you know, what I could do is sit outside in the mornings just by myself with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And I think that would be good. I've also got a labyrinth.
Yeah.
And I haven't sat out there in a long time.
Yeah.
I think that would be a wonderful thing in the morning. So not only could I do it, but I think I shall do it.
Right. Cool.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
Thanks. Right. And I did not go out this morning. Was up late, whatever. But I look outside and we've got a river literally in our backyard. And when I say literally, I'm using the word literally. It is in our backyard. And
Very cool.
I have liked to just sit there and watch the water and listen to birds and whatever. And I shall do more of that, I think. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for that. And anybody who's watching this in the future, if you want to, you know, type your comments in and share your thing. Good timing, I guess. I'm getting a call from AAA who's supposed to jumpstart my battery in a minute.
I'll come get that.
I love it.
Over here in the desert, I live in the Southwest desert, and everybody's batteries go out in their cars every summer.
Oh,
Because
it's
the
so
sun
hot.
just drains it. It's like 117, and but
Wow.
we're on the downward. We're starting to cool down of 115.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so I had pretty good timing. I mean, for me anyway, because Lynn agreed to go meet the AAA person if they came during our thing. I was, you know, calling in that they show up at like 12:40 because I need to leave at 1, and if they don't do their thing, I can't leave, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, right. So for an energy transmission for the next 10 minutes, because I'm going to try to actually do this is a 30-minute session thing, right? And
Right.
I'm going to only talk a little bit, I think, is to invite us all to just simply be. Really just, right? Let's just do it. I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to go talk about it, right? So, whew, yeah. So come into your moment, your presence, your body. Feel yourself seated, and the chair is holding you up. And how cool is that? You are being supported. Every time you sit down, you are being supported. And every time you breathe in and out, also supported by the air that we breathe and the light and the love that is in that energy and air that we breathe. So we are each a pillar of light. It's like we're this little energetic egg of light walking around on the planet, divine being in a human suit. And you can tap into the light that you are and how big it is and how bright it is and how it is larger than our human suit, or as a friend says, our gingerbread shape. It's like that's the shape of the light bulb, right? But the light that we are radiates well beyond that. and comes from deep within. Fed by our connection to source and the source that we are. And I just invite you for the next 10 minutes, 9 minutes, to hold that image or hold that feeling. And I will be sending extra energy and transmission to support us in simply being, to be the light that we are. All right, my pillars of light. You have to,
Yeah, I see that. I'm just all spaced out. I was reading, oh, the host would like to unmute you. I'm like, okay, go ahead.
it won't let me, I don't know. Anyway,
Mm.
how you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
That was interesting. At the very beginning, I became very emotional and I don't know why. I just started to cry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And then there were some very weird things like you looking into like me. Not I want to say my eyes, but it wasn't my eyes. It was like me, and it was like you were your eye was very big, like a magnifying glass looking in there.
I'm
And
always doing shit to you in these things.
I know, but I don't know why, I guess. And then I felt a lot of like something energy coming up from my hands. A lot of energy coming up from my hands. And then it became very quiet. Just quiet, like very quiet, like I was all alone. Not in a bad way, but kind of a creepy quiet, like very quiet and dark. And it was just quiet, like I was by myself.
Mhm. It's a place we rarely get to, that kind
Yeah.
of quiet, right? Just me here.
Right. It was kind of eerie, but good.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Mm.
For me, toward the end, I had this just awareness or a sense of, if you're a light bulb, whatever, that, you're just putting it out there in all directions. And you can't squash that, and you can't, like, if you're somebody else, you can try to kind of, cover or whatever, but it felt very powerful. It felt very, um, even the idea of like people who feel like they have to, protect from the dark or whatever. Like if you're beaming light, you can't put a dark spot into a radiating light. You can
That's true.
do your own sort of thing outside of it or whatever. And so it just, it felt very powerful and actually hopeful. The more of us who are just beaming our light, we just lighten stuff up. So, yeah. And
So it's very lovely for me too. Very, very centering. I feel like a lot happened in that 10 minutes, but I can't remember any of it except except this like really almost like an anchoring in the heart space being open, but a solid anchor
Mhm.
in it, which is lovely. So yes, it did get, I noticed it got very quiet, but for me, it was like a really good quiet
Yeah.
too, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah.
Me too. And I think, Sean, some of the times that I have really found that quiet or it found me, whatever, it was emotional. For me, there were times that I would do this sort of work with my mentor, Jane, and tears would just stream. And it was,
I was just
talk
like, what
about
is this?
like your heart breaking open, all
Right.
the ways that we protect and shield and, close to survive, whatever. And it's allowing it to open, and we are full of emotion and the energy of that, right? So thank you. Thank you all for doing this with me. Linda will be leading us next Thursday. We know not what yet, but I'm certain it will be lovely and we'll be glad to be here. And I'll announce that in the group as well. And when and if you decide what's happening before Thursday, you can share that too. And again, Tuesday evening, Andy will be doing her mediumship gallery reading, and she's something. So, all right.
How exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exciting is right, for sure. And just everybody bring your water to the call, because for
Oh,
sure
okay.
I'll do a water healing. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Which is also a wonderful thing. All right. Thank you, folks. It's
Thank you.
35
Thank you,
minutes.
Nisha.
I'm getting closer.
Yeah. Love
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.